Yes, my name is Brother Robert Muhammad. I'm the publisher of Black Wall Street Journal, and I'm here with this beautiful queen with the Green Party. I have some questions for her.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, queen. Yes, ma'am. My first question is, what is the Green Party? What is the Green Party to you?
The Green Party is the imperative. As you know, here in the U.S., our political parties are preoccupied with being corporate lackeys.
Right.
They take corporate money. The Green Party does not. Back in, I want to say 2002, I held my nose and voted for Al Gore because Al Gore had been the only person within the Democratic Party who spoke about the environment, which is near and dear to my heart. I held my nose because of he and, what's the brother? Lieberman. Right. Lieberman's pro-Israeli. I was not for that, but, thinking Al Gore could help the world with climate change, I did that. And after the debacle, I looked at myself, I was 40 years old. Who can I vote for that honestly stands for what I do? Love, honesty, support, humanity, ecology, major for me, and no corporate money. Not taking corporate money. And that, the only party I found that fit with my values was the Green Party. So that's why I joined. They have 10 key values, which our campaign is about extending 5 more, and then also 4 pillars that I believe in strongly. That's why I like the Green Party and I'm a Green.
Yes,
Thank you for the question.
That's a good question. I like that. I like your comments on that. It just made me think of something. Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, "My bank is in the heart of my people."
Teach.
And when you have a people that support a party, I mean, that's putting government back in the hands of the people.
We the people.
That's what we need. We the people.
We Green.
Right. Yes. So I guess that sums up a little what your campaign is based upon.
Well, no, not fully. We are about the 10 key values being expanded. We want 5 more. One, there would be 11 on our 10 key value to be number 11, ending white privilege and white supremacy first within our Green Party, and then within our nation, and then within the world. We all know that our nation was founded on flawed logic.
Right.
They enslaved us as black folk, not slaves, enslaved. So we have to end that false concept of whiteness. I wish I had a white piece of paper. There's no ethnic connection to whiteness. There's no land called white land.
That's right.
Everybody comes from somewhere. Our DNA, folk, BU, whatever religious understanding, we know the oldest human being is from the motherland. So for me, everybody's black. They're just different hues of that. And
That's
white
right.
is the absence of color. So ending that construct of whiteness will just stop people from those folk in Oregon who are misbehaving on someone else's land right here in Texas.
Right.
We're on occupied land. So I'm just, blown away that the lies and the misconceptions and misinformation about who we are and where we want to go as a nation. So that's one. I'll go a little further. With the 11, I talked about ending white privilege and supremacy initially.
Yes.
The next one would be ending all isms, ISM.
Right.
Because there's only one race, human, I really don't like using race because we're one race. So that's ignorance. Anyone who is fighting other human beings, that's killing our species.
Yes.
So ending isms, be it sexism, classism, any other ism you can come up with. Those are the only 2 that are just coming off the top of my head. But ending isms, and the other big one, number 13, would be ending capitalism.
Yes.
Capitalism is a barbaric system that is rooted in the enslavement and the free labor of black folks here in America. So we have to change that because it brought us to ecological disaster. Yes. Right now with climate change. Look what happened in Paris. It's crap. They're not honest. We have to have a way that people have a basic living wage,
Right.
that everyone within our nation and the world, but we could have to start here, has basic things in order. Where you eat, where you sleep, where you get your health care.
Right.
Our campaign is about making sure every American has basic living, like what they want for the UN.
Yes.
That we all have to have a place to eat, sleep, clean water, clean food, health care, and education. Those are three of the things in our campaign. And then patriarchy. That not having this pro-man thing that we have right now.
Right.
No one's anti-man. I'm single. Hello? No. Not that. Okay. But it's about the way you're respecting me right now, that we all have a gift that we've been given.
Right.
Through whoever you pray to or whoever you pour to. They gave you something. If you look at it that way, or even if you're an atheist,
Right.
you have a skill. Every person has skill and ability and talents that must be respected, honored, and supported. So we're about that. The other thing is, there's never been, in our nation, in 60 years, we're going to be 300 years old.
Yes.
No one has ever asked every American what it is they think, feel, and want as an American.
Right.
So we're breaking the traditional madness of actually seeking input from every American so that we all can plan, and promote together where our nation needs to be at 300. So our campaign is doing America at 300.
Right.
So those are the 5 things that our campaign is asking and demanding that our Green Party puts on our 10 key values. We believe that doing those 5 things until elections, November, we will guarantee that moral, ethic, and just common sense why Americans would vote for us, and we would paint the White House green.
That's right.
Have a song.
White House green.
It's a song.
And black.
Paint
That's right.
the White House green and add black. That's our song.
Right.
So I don't mean to take you off what you were
Oh,
talking
no,
about.
ma'am. My next question would be, like you said, the climate. Not only the physical climate of nature, but of our mindset.
Okay.
When we look at the climate and the hostilities and the violence that's happening, the police shootings and things like this in the black community, how would the Green Party address this, since no one has really spoke out about these issues, like they don't even exist?
Let me say this clear. Black lives matter.
Yes, ma'am.
Black culture matters. I'm black.
Yes, ma'am.
I went to college on a question. How come all 10 of my brothers, brilliance, have been arrested and charged and convicted? That's what sent me to college, a question. So it's in the DNA of our country to hurt, harm, and incarcerate. They did it through Jim Crow, through the enslavement of us. So we have to change the mindset. Do you remember when you were in school, did you go to public school?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you remember this song, Columbus sailed the ocean blue?
Mm-hmm.
They didn't say Columbus went to Africa first, ripped off the black people in Ghana, then came to the U.S. and ripped off the Native Americans.
Right.
It's about truth-telling.
Yes. Yes.
Saying the truth about who our nation is, what our nation did, what we did folks wrong, from the Native American to the Chinese Americans to the black Americans to anyone that's been wrong. So police officers in criminology have been based on a militarized understanding of control and conquer. They're just part of the way our imperialist and capitalist nation has existed. That will end.
Well, that's basically the creed of America. If you look at the Declaration of Independence, all men are created equal, and in the language they use, you know, when you look at the all men are created, what about women? Are women equal?
Well,
You know,
we know that. We know that
Yes.
we're the mothers of
We're the
humanity.
mothers. That's right.
So that's a given for our understanding. The thing is, that all must and has to change, because since 1945, brother, our species has been able to annihilate ourselves.
Right.
That's the most sad year of my life. 1945. So from henceforth, our job must be to how to uplift, promote, and keep our earth, our mother,
Yes.
healthy
Yes.
so that we will survive. We're the only things that are not going to survive. Roaches and everybody else going to be here. The planet
Yes,
will
ma'am.
not die. We will.
Yes, ma'am.
So all hands on deck. We have enough brilliance, brain power, and commitment in our nation to confront that within my first 100 days as president.
That's
We're
right.
going to make it
That's
happen.
right.
It can be done.
It can be done. My last question is reparations.
100%.
100%.
100% I am for it. That's going to be within the first 100 days. There has been class research on documenting the economic, the civic, and social and geological impact of the enslavement of black folks around the world. So it is critically important. That's something that would happen within the first 100 days of my administration.
Because they don't even, they don't even want to apologize for slavery. And I was just
Enslaved.
Enslaved. And I was thrown back by Bernie Sanders. I mean, he just really threw me off guard when he said, being a Jew, when he said reparations would be divisive. And when he know his people got reparations, that's like a slap in the face.
Well, I don't expect ignorant people to do smart things. Anyone who does not honor the impact that the black folks being enslaved, taken from their homeland, has had on our system is ignorant. I share this very honestly. I was ignorant about electoral politics up into 2002. It took me to be 40 years old to say that the Democrat and the Republican Party corporate control cannot change our nation. So I believe with enlightenment, education, and training, Bernie Sanders too can move forward. Because he mentions words that I like. Revolution, changing the system. I believe he's at where he is because what he's understanding. He's dealing directly with the conflicts of Wall Street, militarism, and other things that are pro. They're of our understanding and mindset, but he's not been exposed and enlightened. So I'm proud of where he's heading, and I look forward to he and everyone else that realizes, like I had to, that's a Democrat, that they're not capable because of corporate funding. I laughed. You might remember this during one of the Democratic corporate debates. Hillary Clinton said, every now and then, I'm paraphrasing, capitalism you have to fix. Ugh. You cannot change a barbaric system to be nice.
No, you can't.
That in her mind and in her heart, she really thinks that. That's ignorance. I came up with a term. It's called organic ignore mechanisms. It's OIM. And that from working with European Americans within my own party, talking about things that make no sense. But I was 40 years old.
Yes, ma'am.
College educated, world traveled, and it took me to 40 to say, corporate America cannot help our planet.
That's right.
So I have a level of patience and endurance with other folks because it took me to 40 with all this education and world travel. I've lived in Mexico, France, Africa, several nations. It just takes, I think Oprah says, aha. I had an aha moment. And I believe our nation is aha-ing every day.
Yes, they are.
So 100% reparation.
100%. Well, I like to say this, sister, what I like about the Green Party,
Okay.
because they come from a grassroots perspective.
Yes.
And that's what really grabs me.
Okay.
It's down home, people working together.
People over profit.
That's right.
Definitely. Oh, can we get you to run for office? We need Greens in Texas to run for office.
Black Wall Street Journal supports the Green Party.
Cool.
Yes,
Oh,
ma'am.
thank you so much.